Did you see the promo for Drive Season 3 yet? If not, I'll wait. Okay? It's all going to be pretty exciting. It starts tomorrow, July 10, with Matt Farah back doing his tune show thing, starting with his drive of the already legendary Hennessey Performance Venom GT, a Lotus Elise with a Chevy V8. I know, I'm simplifying the drama of this car. 1,244 horsepower, 1,244 kilo, 1 horsepower for every 2.2 pounds, thanks to a twin-turbo version of the Corvette Z06 LS7. It's mid-mounted in front of a Ricardo 6-speed transaxle in the Venom with coil-over shocks and carbon bodywork. But it got me thinking. I remember a race car from the 1990s that had the same design mindset and mad scientist collection of running gear. So why don't you stick around and learn about that race car road car? It predates the Venom by 17 years. Venom, you know, that sounds like a reference to the old Dodge SRT Viper, and guess what? I found a connection to Viper for the 2013 Hennessey Venom GT as well. So this is a special shakedown looking at a special race car, road car from history, one that could have been the father to the Venom GT that Matt Farah will be driving on the first drive show of Season 3. That show will be mega. But it'll be better if you watch this one first, right? This is the 2013 Hennessey Venom GT that Matt Farah drives in his July 10 tune show. Then what the hell is this from 1996 and 97? Well, it's the Lotus Elise GT1, also called the Type 115, to compete in the FIA GT Championship of the time against the likes of this and this. Now, homologation was required, so we end up with a few road cars to match the race cars. Prior to 1997, Lotus was trying to get their GT racing done with the Esprit GT1, 3.5-liter twin turbo, and some chassis and aero tweaks, but it wasn't really getting it done. So Lotus turned to its new Elise and decided to monster that thing up to compete with the likes of Porsche and Mercedes. Voir freaking la, the Lotus Elise GT1. Lotus chassis and Elise chassis. But they went all gonzo on the chassis design, pumped in coil-over racing suspension, amped up the tire and wheel sizes, dumped the transverse 4, and plugged in a longitudinally mounted V8 twin turbo. Oh my God, it's the Hennessey Venom GT, but 17 years early. The connection gets more direct. Lotus started the car with a 3.5-liter V8 twin turbo from its Esprit, but it really wasn't working. So they looked around Lotus Engineering for another V8. Turns out they had one, thanks to their GM ownership period, which was 1986 to 1993. See, in the late 1980s, Corvette turned to Lotus to help them build a super Corvette. And Lotus built the LT5 double overhead cam V8 engine that powered the ZR1 from 1990 to 1995. And that Chevy motor got put in the Lotus Elise GT1. Just like Hennessey dropped the LS7 Chevy, the 427 cubic inches of power that's used in the Corvette Z06. But Hennessey went twin turbo. The Lotus stayed normally aspirated. By the way, both cars also have a 6-speed transaxle, Ricardo for the Venom, Hewlin for the GT1 Lotus. Remember, the FIA demands homologation, so there were Lotus Elise GT1 road cars. Sort of like a 1990s Venom GT, isn't it? Although I have a feeling that less were built at Lotus than what Hennessey intends to do. Now, it all got cut short because the Lotus program was kind of a disaster versus the competition. Go Google and Wiki all the direly depressing racing results information about this Lotus. Hey, another current Lotus tradition, half-ass racing programs. Because we all know Kimmy's F1 car is not a Lotus. So the Elise GT1 floundered through the 1997 season and finally got parked until 2003, when some British racers bought the Lotus cars and brought them to the US and the Sebring 12 hours to get ready for the Le Mans 24 that they were going to run later that year. But that adventure ended 7 laps into the Sebring 12. Tune in to see if Matt's drive goes farther than that. But I'm not done yet. One last connection to Hennessey, who loves to tune on Vipers, is this. The German tuning company named Bitter, best known for its Opel-derived specialty cars like this 1984 SC Coupe, bought a Lotus Elise GT1 and converted it into the Bitter GT1. A longer aero nose, but more importantly for this storyline, Eric Bitter dumped the Corvette V8 and replaced it with a Dodge Viper V10. So there we go, Venom connected to Viper. Yeah, whatever. The Bitter Lotus GT1 car continued to DNF whenever it raced, and the race car drifted into who cares territory but collector heaven. Okay, Drive Season 3 starts with Tuned tomorrow, July 10th, with the 2013 Hennessey Venom GT driven by Matt Farah. 1 horsepower for every kilo of car. But wait, the bitter Viper Lotus Corvette-powered race cars were not twin-turbo like the Venom GT. Well, I got that covered too, with one more mid-engine bastard child from Le Mans racing in the 1990s, 95, 96, and 97. The Toyota Sard MC8-R, a twin-turbo Toyota V8 stuffed into what was left of an MR2 after car crafter Sard and Toyota decided SW20 needed to take on the big sports car brands down to Mulsanne and around Le Mans. And there was a road car homologation version, of course. So now we have our twin-turbo connection. In the end, I expect Venom has used the 17 years since all this Toyota and Lotus Elise GT1 stuff to build a much better car. But add any additional info you know about the Lotus Elise GT1, its bitter version, and the Sard Toyota in the comments section below. Or link us to pics on our @Drive Twitter account. Or blah, 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 Facebook. Then let's all tune into Drive and watch Matt. And I'll see you on Friday's Shakedown. And yes, the Silverstone GP was awesome because I like Alonso and Vettel.